That was Petra, one of the 7 new wonders of the world, and we will be going there today. There are a couple of ways you can get to Petra from the main cities. You can take a bus or an organized tour to Petra, but we decided to rent a car instead. If you're planning to rent one too, you should first check if you need an international driver's license. The drive from Aqaba to Petra is very scenic and provides some great views. Jordan is located inside a desert mountain, which makes for some unique landscape. After a 2-hour drive, we finally reached Wadi Musa, the town where the entrance to Petra is located. The Jordan Pass includes the ticket to Petra, as we mentioned in our previous video, or you can pay for the ticket itself, which is 40 dinars. Petra is an ancient city located in the southern part of Jordan, and is a place steeped in history and mystery. It is known for its incredible architecture, carved into rock walls, and its stunning natural beauty. When entering Petra, you will be met by hustlers trying to offer you a horse ride to the first major location. They might say that it is included in the Jordan Pass or the Petra ticket, but that isn't the case, and will ask for money in the end. One of the first places you will see is Bab Al Siq. Bab Al Siq is Arabic for gateway to the Siq. Here you will see 3 massive jinn blocks, which are squared monuments carved out of rock. You will then come across the obelisk tomb, which is carved by the Numidians in the 1st century AD. Interestingly enough, Petra was perpetrated to be one of the places where Moses took a rock and water gushed forth. It is believed that Moses' brother, Harun, is buried there. Later, the Nabateans, an Arab tribe, made it their capital, and during this time it flourished, becoming an important trade center especially for spices. The Nabateans are also known for their great ability in constructing efficient water collecting methods in barren deserts and their talent in carving structures into solid rocks. Petra's most famous building is the Treasury, a stunning temple facade that was carved into the rock in the 1st century. It is estimated that it took over 20 years to complete and was used as a tomb for a Nabatean king. It is called the Treasury because local Bedouins believed that an Egyptian pharaoh had hidden a treasure inside the urn on the top. Therefore, they shot the stone urn again and again in the vain hope that gold pieces and precious stones would fall out of it. There are 2 viewpoints you can climb to for a better view of the treasury, as long as you're willing to pay the local hustlers. They asked us for 5 dinars per person, but with some negotiating, we managed to lower the price to 2 dinars. It was a bit of a climb to the view, but nothing too hard. The top is the viewpoint with a resting place with carpets you can lay on and beverages for sale. There's also a trail to the top if you want to check out the view without paying. You can take that path by walking around the royal tombs, but it's around a 2-hour walk and we didn't have that much time. After following the main path, you'll reach a huge Roman theater. The theater is carved into the side of the hill and is surrounded by a series of columns and arches. The stage and seating area are also carved into the rock, and the acoustics are said to be excellent. The theater was likely built during the reign of the Roman Emperor Trajan, and could seat around 8,500 people. A little further down the road, there were ruins from an old temple. The temple was dedicated to the gods Dushara and Al-Uzza, who were worshipped by the Nabateans. It was a large complex that included a central temple building, courtyards, and several smaller structures. In addition to its religious significance, the Great Temple was also an important cultural and political center. It was used for public gatherings, ceremonies, and other events, and was a symbol of the Nabateans' power and wealth. At this point, we were getting quite tired, and we started taking breaks more and more often. But we knew there was a little more left to reach the end point, which is the monastery. If you look at the map, it looks like a 15-minute walk. But it was actually a 40-minute climb. There are also plenty of souvenir stalls all around. It was fascinating to see that there were donkeys used by locals to make the climb, which you could hire if you're feeling exhausted. During the climb, there are several places where you can stop to buy water or ice cream if you decide you want to, but it's highly recommended to bring your own water. On the way to the final location, there is a view from which you can take pictures if you wish. We finally reached the top where the monastery is located, and there are plenty of benches where you can sit and enjoy the view. There is also a restaurant there from which you can buy food and drinks. If you want to, you can climb even further up for a better view of the monastery and the surrounding region. After a well-deserved rest, we started descending towards the exit. On the way there, we took a detour to the royal tombs, one of the side paths you can take. We had to leave before 7 PM local time due to the park closing. Usually there's a special event available after that called Petra by night. It is a light show located at the Treasury. The event is available only Monday, Wednesday and Thursday of each week. So keep that in mind if you wish to attend. Sadly enough, the tombs inside had a smell of pee, which was most likely due to them being used as toilets by local merchants, as there were plenty of merchants situated around them. Some of them were even sleeping and most likely lived there. After a long and exhausting day, full of fun and beautiful views, we drove back to the hotel to get rested for tomorrow's adventure, where we will be driving towards the Dead Sea, and stopping at many interesting places along the way. You can expect to see it next week. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to like and subscribe.